Hi everyone, very good morning. Welcome to Numeriq Learning. So, as a part of us revising the chapter Polynomials, today let us see about factorization. Okay, so in the previous video we saw about remainder theorem, and also we saw about how to find the remainder using long division method. How do you calculate how do you find the root or the zero of a polynomial. So all of these were covered in the previous videos. Please do check it out if you haven't. And today's topic is factorization. Factorization is nothing but whenever you have to express a particular number or an expression as a product of its factors, that is what is called factorization. For example, if you have got the number say 16, you are writing 16 as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. So you have expressed 16 as a product of its factors. This is what is called as factorization. Okay, so this is a whole number. If you are given a polynomial, for example, okay, you can use multiple methods to factorize a quadratic polynomial of degree 2. There are multiple methods, but the one which we will see today is how do you factorize using middle term splitting. So the first topic for the day is factorization using middle term splitting. Okay, middle term splitting. This is a very important method. It's there even in your 10th. Always the middle term is nothing but your x term. Okay, always. Even so, you will have to arrange it in a way such that x term is in the middle. Let's take an example and I'll show you how do you do factorization using middle term splitting. Let the question be 12x square minus 7x plus 1. So you have minus 7 is the middle term. So always make sure you bring it to the form x square and then constant. Even if you have even if it is 1 plus 12x square minus 7x, you have to rewrite it in the form of 12x square minus 7x plus 1. Okay, you have to arrange it in this order: x square, x, and then 1. Always remember it. Okay, so in this particular question you have to factorize using middle term splitting. Okay, now always remember you have to find two factors p and q, namely two factors. I'm going to put those two factors in this box. You need two factors, okay, and you will have to find whose sum and product is something. So sum is nothing but minus 7. The sum is nothing but your minus 7. Okay, so sum is nothing but minus 7 and product is nothing but the coefficient of x square multiplied by the constant. That will be your product. Always remember, coefficient of x square multiplied by your constant, which is nothing but, in our case it is 12 into 1, which is 12. Okay, so you have to find two numbers whose sum is minus 7 and whose product is 12. So the minute you see this, we can think of 4 and 3. 4 into 3, 4 multiplied by 3 is 12, but you need a minus 7. So let's put a negative sign in both the sides. Now if you multiply, you will have minus 4 into minus 3 is minus into minus is plus, 4 into 3 is 12. And if you take the sum, minus 4 minus 3 is minus 7. So the numbers are minus 4 and minus 3. Okay. Now let us split the middle term. So it will be nothing but 12x square. You are splitting the middle term. The middle term is minus 7x as minus 4x minus 3x plus 1. Take your 4x common from the first two terms. So inside you will have 3x minus 1. Okay, again you can take minus common out. You will have 3x minus 1. Okay, so now you can just combine. So this is one term, this is the other term. Okay, so in both these terms you have 3x minus 1 common. So take it out common, 3x minus 1. And what is remaining inside? 4x minus 1 is remaining. So write it together. 4x minus 1. So this is your answer. So your question was 12x square minus 7x plus 1. You have factorized it as a product of factors. So when you were given a polynomial, okay, the question was a polynomial, right? This one, 12x squared. So this was a polynomial. And how did you do it? You expressed it as a product of factors. Product of factors. Correct? And this method is what is called as factorization. Factorization. It's a very, very important method. So again, I am telling you, the sum will be the middle term. Okay. So in order to do the middle term splitting, always arrange your polynomial in this order, x square and then x and then constant. So the sum will be, the coefficient of x will be the sum, and then multiply x square coefficient and the constant, that will be a product. So you have to find two numbers whose product will be 12, okay, and whose sum will be minus 7. You have to find the two numbers, and those two numbers you are splitting the middle term as those two factors, and then you can take it out common. So this is how we do. It's very, very important. Okay, so this is very, very important, both for 9th as well as for your 10th as well. Okay, let us move on to the next topic. Not the next topic. We will continue doing some more problems on the same topic. Okay, so the next question is factorize using middle term splitting. Okay, the question is 3x square minus x minus 4. Okay, now tell me what will be the sum and what will be the product. The sum will be always the coefficient of x term. What is the coefficient of x term? Minus 1x. Yeah, sum will be minus 1. And what will be the product? The product will be coefficient of x square multiplied by the constant, which is nothing but your minus 12. Okay, so you have to find two numbers which when added will give you minus 1 and product will be 1. So immediately you can write 4 and 3. 4 3s are 12. But if you add a minus 4 here, again minus 4 into 3 is minus 12. Minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1. So we have got the two factors. Now let us do the middle term splitting. It will nothing be but 3x square minus 4. Okay, instead of minus 1 we are splitting it. We have got the factors, so we are just writing minus 4x plus 3x and then the constant term minus 4. Now in these first two terms take x common out, so you will have 3x minus 4 plus 1 into 3x minus 4. So 3x minus 4 is common. The remaining term is x plus 1. That's your answer. Hope you understood. Okay, the most important thing is first one is to check that the polynomial is arranged in correct order, x square and then x and then 4. So this is the middle term. The coefficient of x will be the sum. The product of x square and the constant will be the product. Okay, so you have to multiply x square coefficient and the constant. So that will be your product. Find two numbers whose product is minus 12 and whose sum is minus 1. So, and then you are getting this minus 4x plus 3x. You are doing the middle term splitting. Middle term is being splitted into 2. Then take it out common and solve it. Okay. So it's very, very easy but very, very important. So probably it might even come for a 2 or a 3 mark question. Let's do another problem. Another question. Factorize x square minus 23x plus 42. Okay, now you can tell me it's in correct order, right? X square and then x and then 42. So what is the sum and what is the product? The sum will be the coefficient of x term, which is nothing but minus 23. What will be the product? Product will be coefficient of x square, which is 1 multiplied by 42. So 42. Okay, now how will you find the two factors? Another method to find the two factors, if you can immediately think of it, well and good. Otherwise, what you have to do is factorize, do the prime factorization of the product term, product number. So 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2, 3 and then 7, right? So one way is 3 2s are 6 and 7, but you will not be, although you when you multiply you will get 42, but when you add you will not get 23. So the next one is what? Take 7 and 3, 21 and then 2. Here you will get a 23. So the numbers will be 21 into 2. Yeah. And then you can put a negative sign to both, so that when you multiply it, minus into minus becomes plus, right? 21 into 2 is 42. When you add, you will get minus 23. Okay, so this is another way of doing it. Now let us go ahead and do the middle term splitting. Middle term is split up as minus 21x minus 2x plus 42. Take x common out, so x minus 21 minus 2 common out, x minus 21. X minus 21 is common, x minus 2. That's all. This is the factor, right? Now let me give you a homework question. Okay. The homework will be homework for the day. Just a second. Homework for all of you. Factorize 2x square plus 7x plus 3 using your middle term splitting method, and you will comment your answer. Okay, that's all for today. So today in the class we just saw about factorization using middle term splitting. In tomorrow's class, in the next class, we will see how do you factorize the polynomial using factor theorem. Okay, hope you liked it. Please do comment, please do share it with your friends, and please do subscribe and support. Thank you so much.